Right there. I'm liking that goatee.
All right, they're saying you stepped on their property when you looked in the back window over there.
Nope. No, they didn't. He was on the sidewalk the whole time.
My pole.
Yeah, like this.
Like
that. Didn't step on the property.
Didn't step on the property.
Okay. So the issue they have is it's causing a problem within the business because you got 3 guys filming a predominantly female establishment through the windows. It's kind of creeping them out.
Okay, so are
no matter
you
what your
feelings
intention
enforcement or law enforcement?
No, but either way, it's disturbing the peace inside the building. So disturbing the peace, which is their peace of going to a business and operating a business.
This is a constitutionally protected activity. It can't be construed as disturbing the peace, sir.
Oh.
Can't be construed as disturbing the peace.
But if you're causing a disturbance...
I'm not causing a disturbance. I'm on a public sidewalk.
Before we even hit play, let's set the stage. Today's video takes us to Mount Pleasant, where what starts as a simple sidewalk recording turns into a full-blown debate over disturbing the peace, but not the kind you're thinking of. No shouting. No threats. No criminal activity. Just cameras. And somehow, that's enough to trigger police intervention. This case raises a question that keeps popping up across the country. Can someone's feelings override your constitutional rights? We've got officers suggesting that filming from a public sidewalk is somehow criminal because it makes people uncomfortable. We've got talk of disturbing the peace without any actual disturbance. And we've got the classic tension between public accountability and government authority. But here's where it gets interesting: the more the officers try to justify their position, the deeper they step into constitutional quicksand. Watch closely how the language shifts. Watch how feelings slowly get treated like enforceable law. And pay attention to how calmly the filmer pushes back with case law and logic. This isn't just about cameras. It's about whether rights are conditional or absolute.
So you're going to write me a ticket?
No, I'm just
okay.
ask you to move along and try not to do
but
it.
if I can stay right here all day if I want.
I understand that.
Okay.
I see where you're coming from, and I know what you guys are trying to do.
You seem to be more like feelings police than anything.
I'm just saying we're trying to do.
So, you're causing a problem with my business, so we're just asking you to please...
We didn't cause a problem. Yeah, right. You won't
Well,
answer none of our questions.
Okay.
Okay.
Question. How about the last question I asked?
But, as far as feelings go along with disturbing the peace, because you got a predominantly female establishment...
And we'd have to be like yelling at them, catcalling at them, something like that. Just standing on the sidewalk with a camera is not disturbing the peace, and you can't construe it as such. And if you're going to, go ahead and write me a ticket, and I'll see you in court.
But each person's peace being disturbed is different.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
So,
it doesn't matter. I can stand on the sidewalk and record all day, and it's not disturbing the
please
peace.
At least stay away and not put your cameras inside of the business here.
We never put our cameras inside of the business. I just looked in the windows.
You said yourself, you put it, you extended your, yes, you're on a public sidewalk. You extended your camera into the windows.
No, the window's
to view
closed.
inside the window.
Yeah, the window's closed. So
inside the window.
Okay.
yeah, we not our camera nor us was never in their business. Yeah.
So play on words. But
No, not play
It's
on
not a
words.
play on words. It's two different acts.
The window would have to be open to be in the window.
Right.
You're whatever. So, but either way,
No, not
you're
whatever.
causing a
Man, that
problem.
rain feels
the law.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's law,
You're
bro.
trying to...
Do you understand? Do you understand? I'm gonna just harassment.
What I meant by saying through the window is you're
Notice what's happening. The initial complaint is trespassing, they stepped on property. But when that claim falls apart, the focus immediately shifts. Now it's not about property lines. It's about optics. 3 men filming a predominantly female establishment. That's where the emotional framing kicks in, and this is important. Law enforcement doesn't enforce vibes. They enforce statutes. The sidewalk is public. If there's no trespass and no actual unlawful behavior, what exactly are we dealing with? Discomfort isn't a crime. Being suspicious isn't a crime. Even being annoying isn't a crime. Watch how quickly the conversation moves from a concrete accusation to a subjective feeling. That pivot tells you everything. When the legal argument weakens, the emotional appeal gets strong.
Looking through the window.
phone
Yeah, it's called
into the
windows.
windows
Yeah.
of a predominantly female establishment, and
Yeah.
it's causing them to be their peace to be disturbed.
Well, then they should just close their blinds and not worry about it like they did.
Okay.
And that's all they got to do. But they're not going to infringe on my right
Done that.
because their feelings are hurt.
I have a question.
It's just that simple.
So that's actually-
It's not just. Well, then write me a ticket.
Okay.
Then write me a ticket.
They're not asking that. They're just hopefully wishing you guys would walk along, at least leave them Should you be there?
Well, they called the cops and we told them we was going to wait here for you. So they kept us here as long as they did.
Real quick, name and
As long as we've been here. Yeah, yeah.
Were they, okay. So, what's your, I guess, it's a historic building, which, yes, it's been here for a while.
Right.
1907.
Yeah. 115 years. Yeah, that's quite
What
old.
brings you to Mount Pleasant today? Is that what your documentary's for with your production?
Yeah.
Historic buildings in town?
Yep, just recording whatever we can see from public, man.
Okay.
That's all we're doing a little tour of the downtown here.
All right. All right.
We're going to look.
Here it is, the phrase that gets tossed around when nothing else sticks, disturbing the peace. But listen carefully. There's no yelling. No blocking entrances. No threats. The officer is essentially arguing that because employees inside feel uneasy, the peace is disturbed. That's not how this works. Disturbing the peace typically requires conduct that is disruptive in a tangible, objective way. You can't criminalize someone's lawful behavior because it makes someone uncomfortable. If that were the case, any controversial speech, protest, or even investigative journalism could be shut down on demand. This is the slippery slope moment. If their peace becomes individualized and subjective, then rights become conditional based on who complains loudest. That's not constitutional policing, that's feelings enforcement.
How you doing, sir? How are you?
I just wanted to check to see if everything was okay.
Everything's good. I'm just videotaping facility. Yeah,
And you're locally from the area?
I'm from everywhere.
You're from everywhere?
Yeah.
What's your name?
What's your name?
My name is Doug Johnson.
Doug Johnson?
Yes.
What are you? You work here or what?
Yes, I do.
What's your badge number?
I'm the deputy chief.
Deputy Chief?
My badge number is 116.
116? Okay.
Is it?
Yep. Right. Who funds facility?
But you would understand that.
No, I
You
understand.
would be
I
a
mean,
little concerned if someone.
oh, of course, of
came
course.
and was
I mean, I didn't go
was
inside.
videotaping your home.
Of course.
You
No,
would
of
be a
course.
little concerned.
Well, that's private property. You can't go in there.
No,
This is public
if
property.
somebody's standing on the street.
Right.
on
Well,
the
they could
sidewalk
do
in
that.
front of your house,
They could do that.
Would you be a little concerned if somebody came?
I
and
will.
started videotaping?
I'll call the cops like you guys did, which is perfect. I'm not mad at that.
Okay.
All right, but I'm just saying like I have the right to be here.
Okay. So, I'm sorry, but I
Right.
didn't get your name.
You don't have to know my name, officer.
Okay, so you don't want to give me your name.
No.
Okay. Take care. Have a good day.
Yeah, you too.
Now we're entering semantics territory. The officer claims the camera was inside the window. The filmer pushes back, the window was closed. That distinction matters legally. There's a major difference between physically intruding into private property and observing something visible from a public vantage point. Courts have consistently held that what can be seen from a lawful public position carries no reasonable expectation of privacy. This exchange isn't just wordplay. It's about redefining reality to fit enforcement. If looking through a window suddenly equals entering private property, then every pedestrian downtown is potentially committing a violation by glancing at storefront displays. The law doesn't bend based on phrasing. And here, the logic is clearly on the side of public access.
You're above the Supreme Court?
The Supreme Court. We have a COVID right now.
You
What
have-
do you need? What do you need in the lobby?
I just want to see what's available for the public. Any kind of public information, that kind of stuff.
All right. Go ahead and.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir.
Are we good to go here, sir? What can I help you with, sir? Lieutenant
Yes.
Bradley
Yeah.
Walker,
Yes.
6011.
We got a phone call about you videotaping the employees here.
Sweet. Jefferson. I can't see your badge number.
That's actually my employee number. Badge number is 178.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, gentlemen. Yeah, it's not illegal. They're good. Thank you.
Okay, do you have some ID, sir?
For what?
Because it's standard protocol. Anytime we get a call, someone will come out here and identify them.
It's standard protocol,
Yes.
so it's standard protocol to violate the Fourth Amendment.
I'm not violating your Fourth Amendment, sir. I'm not
Do you
doing
suspect me of a crime?
We got a reasonable suspicion because you were called upon.
So a call gives you a reasonable suspicion, though?
Yes.
What case is that?
This is a classic escalation tactic. When an officer doesn't like the answers they're getting, instead of articulating a crime, they call for backup. I got a marked unit coming for you. Notice what's missing. A lawful basis backup should be for officer safety or criminal activity, not for someone exercising a First Amendment right. But psychologically, it's meant to intimidate. More uniforms. More presence. More pressure, and yet, the filmer stays calm. No raised voice. No aggression. That composure is strategic. Because once emotion enters the picture, the narrative shifts. By staying steady, he keeps the focus where it belongs on the line.
Sir, do you have identification on you?
No, I don't. I don't carry identification on me because I don't break the law. And the law is only required if you suspect me of committing, have committed, or about to commit a crime. Getting a call is not reasonable suspicion. Brown v. Texas.
109, go. Can you reach out to the complainant and find out?
Absolutely was. This property right here, it's all public property. That's why it says Harrison County right there on the front.
Gotcha. Any particular reason why you want to videotape it?
Because it's all right. Because I'm a citizen journalist and I go around looking to make sure that the government is doing what they should be, not having their hands in the till, that kind of stuff. So, yeah. It's perfectly legal. I do it all over the country. Brandsburg v. Hayes, Supreme Court says I'm allowed anywhere that the public's allowed to be. No restricted access signs, no trespassing signs. Harrison County, it's obviously public property.
You
Yeah,
just like going around videotaping public property.
I don't like it, but it's my...
This is where a lot of these encounters turn. The officer says it's standard protocol anytime they get a call. But protocol doesn't override the Constitution. Under the Fourth Amendment, you need reasonable suspicion of a crime to detain someone and demand identification. A phone call alone, without articulable facts, isn't enough. Suspicion must be tied to unlawful activity, not just a complaint. The filmer immediately asks the key question, "Do you suspect me of a crime?" That's textbook. Because once that question is on record, the officer has to justify the detention, not just rely on vague policy. This is the constitutional chess match moment.